Upwitty Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Heart Gear chapters 24 through 29. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and nah, we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and no, we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus. And considering how much I've been promoting Manga Plus as of late, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Those links are in the description box below. So, for those of you that don't know, this manga has been on hiatus for a long-ass time. And tomorrow it is actually coming out of hiatus. And I was looking at how far behind I was on this series. And I figured, you know what? To celebrate this manga's return, why don't I just cover the chapters that I didn't cover? So, anyways, the last time I covered this manga, which was, it was a long-ass time ago. We were dealing with Odin. This is after Chrome freed Rue from Odin's control. And Odin is he is just insane. He is freaking insane and on a rampage. So we got Chrome and Hildur ready to fight this mofo. Let's get to chapter 24 first. See what's in store for us today. Hildur! Oh, shit. For whose sake is this battle? And chapter 24 is titled Emotions. God, Takaki, I forgot how gorgeous your art is. I can't wait to see what you're going to do when you get back. Oh my god, I can't wait. That Odin has dug up one hell of a relic. You saved me. Thank you, Hildur. It's still too early for thanks. Don't relax until the moment we have him. Roger. I can't wait for this to come back. This guy is psycho as hell. They got a couple of fingers, though. Yes, this is it. This is the way a battle should be. Not a domination, but an attack and riposte of a relationship of the moment you break or are broken. I feel it, the stinging threshold between life and death. I can clearly feel my own existence. Wonderful. He's so psycho. Live. Oh, I almost forgot. I have to mention this too. Takaki, I'm so glad to see that Chrome is going to be in the upcoming Shonen Jump Plus game as well. I want it so bad. I hate that I'm broke. I can't get it. Otherwise, I would. All right, let's keep going. Remember this, Chrome. That's what it's like to be swallowed by yourself. Having grown too large, it prevents you from seeing anything else. And now he's no different from a living corpse. Yep, this is what happens when you are consumed by your ego. And it prevents you from seeing anything else. God, that basically describes social media, doesn't it? Takaki, you predicted the future with this one. So if in the future you feel you may be swallowed by yourself, remember, it's never just you that makes you who you are. What makes me myself. Yep. And what's crazy is we just covered something similar to this in Trinity 7 yesterday, where it was basically said that if you don't, and we've seen this concept actually in Gleipnir as well, that what makes you yourself, what makes you as a person is your memories and experience. And once you lose that, and which makes up your ego and shit, then you basically are dead at that point. And that's what this is really making me think of. Ooh. Awaken from this Awaken from this dream already, Odin. The war ended long ago. Even after that, have you still not had enough battle? Enough chirping, little bird. A gear could never dream. Eden Zero says otherwise. You say the war's over, speaking as if you know. My war has only now finally begun. I'm not sorry for saying this, but this really is making me think of Fukuchi, and it's from Mungo Stray Dogs, and it's also making me think of Mubong from The God of High School. We have similar things going on. But with Fukuchi obviously traumatized by all the shit he did in war. And I gotta include Gato in the conversation in Ranger Reject as well. And Mubong, he's been manipulated by the Supreme God Tathagata. Gato, we don't know if he's been manipulated by Magadia, but Gato, it's something very similar to Fukuchi. But anyways, finally, ooh, not looking good. I love this. This art is so good. I've got you. Woo! Using one as bait to lay an attack? Good. Keep it up. Come now, more. Give yourself over even more to the pleasure of battle. This isn't good. We can't let that hit us. Woo! I see. Now for the first time I understand. The vague dissatisfaction and emptiness that filled me has all been erased by devotion to this moment. Here on the verge between life and death, there is no room to entertain unnecessary thoughts. This is the definition for my existence that I've always sought. The place I belong. It's fun. It's so much fun. You feel the same way, don't you? Come, let's continue. More, until nothing is left of us but speechless lumps of iron. I'm trying to think, have I seen something like this before as of late? I swear, there's been something like this before. Woo! Woo! Oh, you fool! You may find whatever you please on the battlefield. However, we have no obligation to accompany you in your desire. Now I remember what it's making me think of. It's making me think of Jogon. Ah! That's what it is. I knew it. I saw it in Jogon. Haha. However, we have no obligation. Wait. Oh, God, I gotta read this from here. I knew it. I remember what it was. It just took me a minute. You may find whatever you please on the battlefield. However, we have no obligation to accompany you in your desires for destruction. If you're rushing to your death, then do so on your own. Yes, that's too bad. I simply wanted to share this joy, Hilder. Oh, God. This is really making me think of No Man. It really is. Run, Chrome. Transmission from Hilder? He shouldn't be able to bombard us like that again. Now you can close in on him. Odin is likely in the central chest cavity at the point where the armor is thickest. I no longer have the strength to penetrate it, so... No! Don't die, Hilder! I entrust this to you. Take it. You understand how to do it, right? Ooh, that's a nice ass. Yeah, I remember it, I remember it intimately. Dude, this art looks so good. Put an end to this now, Chrome. Blade output maximum. Woo! Yes! Oh my God. Oh! This is awesome. The curse severed in two. All right, let's get to chapter 25. Holy shit. Connecting power. All systems normal. Temporary activation of new model command gear. As a weapon and as one who fights. Odin let me read this again, sorry. Temporary activation of new model command gear. Odin successful. Okay, now this is giving me cooler. This is giving me medical realness here. And I'm not mad. This looks really good. I'm liking the detail in the slime work. I love it. I love how it looks like muscular muscle fibers. That's the word I was looking for. It's looking like really nice muscle fibers and shit. This is nice. And then the spine. Woo! Takaki, this is great. The software is large. Oh, is this a flashback? The software is largely complete. We plan to assemble the exterior in 2 weeks. Is this Skynet? Do it in 10 days. As soon as it's done, we're sending it straight to the battlefield. Final adjustments will be made in the transport aircraft. Oh, Takaki, this is hard. Normally, you need at least a month to break them in, though. The situation out there is tight. Forget peacetime procedures. Naming it after a god from Nordic myth, though. Sounds like the chief of the development office is starting to lose it. Wanting to pray to some god this late in the game? When humanity is continuing to commit when humanity is continuing to blasphemies as we speak? Laughable. It's art, my god! Odin has been activated. How do you feel? Operating smoothly. I don't feel so bad. Good. Your mission summary has been pre-installed, but we'll do one last check just in case. This transport aircraft is currently in flight toward tactical point NS-2216. Time of arrival is in 2 hours. The 320th Gear Division are already engaged with enemy forces in the aforementioned territory. For the past few months, our evenly matched forces have made this a fruitless battle of attrition. Takaki, you are giving me everything with this. So I now assign to you all authority of command of the 320th Division. Swiftly eliminate the enemy forces and advance to the next invasion point. Caution, 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 caution. Hey, this alarm. He moved. Ooh. It looks like damage is minor. Can you hear me, General Odin? Who are you? Be at ease. We're friendly forces, General. If you know me, then it seems that must be true. We discovered you while we happened to be passing through this area, General. It's good to see you safe. Where are the coordinates? Northwest 1988. I see. Where are you going, General? To North-South 2216. I've been deployed to command the 320th Division there. That's us. What? We hear the survivors of the 320th Division. The division was destroyed 75 years ago. Destroyed 75 years ago? Yes, sir. Additionally, the last we received contact from headquarters was 72 years ago. Since then, there have been sporadic fights here and there, but it seems that all gears, us included, have lost contact with rights-holding humans. And presently, there is hardly anything that could be called a force or organization among both enemy and ally. In other words, presently in this land, there is no combat activity. This is... So what Odin said about his battle has finally begun? He never got to battle. Oh, that makes so much sense. Then for what sake am I... There's no battle for me to go to, and no army for me to lead, and no enemy for me to defeat. I have nothing. Nothing. He's lost purpose. I understand this. General, where are you going? He never fulfilled his purpose. That sucks. General, where are you going now? To the battlefield. Huh? Hey, but if there's no battlefield, then I need only make one myself. Skynet! Follow me. I will give you all a goal in life and a place to die. Back to the present. There they are. How does it feel, Odin, entertaining your violent whims in your mock war, only to meet such a miserable defeat? Constructing Valhalla, making the warriors fight, then going into battle myself in the end, then being destroyed by a formidable foe. I don't feel so bad. I would even call this ideal. I'm thankful to you. I will die here, but my being has made its mark in your memories. Now truly I have nothing left. Well, his purpose was fulfilled, so... Then farewell. If gears have souls, then let us meet again in Valhalla. Warriors. Oof. This is good. I love this. I'm sorry. I gotta say, I'm sorry for not being, for Takaki, I gotta say, I'm really sorry that I was not up to date with this one. I was going through chaos at the time. Oh, God, it was really chaotic. I'm glad that I'm catching up with this now. Irritating to the very last. It somehow feels as if he quit while he was ahead. Whoa! That's not true. We're alive. So we're the victors. How nice and simple to be a fool. A fool? Chrome-san! Chrome-san! Hey, I said not to push yourself! So that's your companion, Rue? I can hear Rue's voice. Forced update of, base program? Sent orders from Odin to highest behavioral priority? From how you were acting, then I thought just maybe, but biological signs, she really is a human. Listen, Chrome, this is simply my rationality as a gear speaking. No, hear this as a proposal from a comrade in arms. To be blunt, I believe you should kill that girl Rue right here and now. What? A cold-blooded conclusion. Well, let's get to chapter 26. All right, let's see. I'm not going to... It's starting off with how chapter 25 ended, so I'm not going to repeat myself. All right, so chapter 26 is titled One Heart. The night of domination dawns. Aww. It's just what sort of emotion is this? It's a torrent of complex emotion. She's good at this. Sorry, oh, yes, we haven't met. I'm Hilder. Hilder-san. Thank you very much for saving Chrome-san. Not us, only Chrome-san, Oh, no, I haven't done anything worth thanking me for. I did cut Chrome right in half with the intent to kill him after all. You're telling me to kill Rue? Calm down, this is simply a proposal based on rational analysis. But haven't you also experienced it personally? Just how dangerous that girl's existence is? The forcible modification of base programs, the overwhelming power that only humans have, could become a far more powerful weapon than combat gears like ourselves. Of course, I think I understand what she's talking about, because we covered it in A&O Exorcist specifically, about it's what Satan was saying that really stuck with me, and that's what's making me think of this. What she's talking about is how humans have demonic nature. And that's what it's making me think of. I wonder if that's what she's referring to. Of course, this is just speaking hypothetically. This is a possibility may be incredibly small, but it is not zero. I agree, because humans are not completely innocent. There is a small chance that the demonic nature will come out. Always is. If that girl so wishes it, then just as humans once did in the past. See? She's even capable of making all gears into slaves. See what I mean? God, that freaking line from Satan, or I should say dialogue from Satan in A&O Exorcist about humans having that demonic nature. God, that just, it's powerful as hell. I need to do a deep dive into that conversation that Satan had with Ren specifically, because my God, what he did in the context with that, with Satan and Ren, it's extremely powerful what he was trying to do. It's twisted, but what he was trying to get across, but it is still powerful. Oh my God, even just thinking more into it, like what was going on, especially with other events that were happening in like last month's chapter. Oh my God, I need to just fucking do this deep dive. It really would have been better to get a place indoors for her to sleep. There are a lot of unstable gears, and we gotta avoid even the smallest chance of running into him. Is your sabotage still in effect? Don't say it like I did something nasty. My jamming's long since worn off. But now that they've lost Odin, their newly updated programs have been made pointless. Most are still confused, and some have frozen entirely. We don't even know for sure if they can be put back to normal. Anyway, Hilda is discussing with the survivors of former management what to do about Valhalla and the gears from now on. The rebuilding of all damaged facilities can be put off until later. Top priority should be the care of the gears who have been confused by the forced update. You're right, but how exactly do we take care of them? Well, I don't know. That's why we're all going to consider that together now. Well, whatever happens, I figured this place will change a lot. Whether that's for better or for worse is a question of possibilities, though. Possibilities. Okie dokie. It really does feel right to have these on. Yeah, seeing you with that on puts me at ease, too. Oh, it's so cute. Hey! Yak! Here! Wow, Roxanne! His output's greater than it appears. She's surprisingly sprightly. How are things going inside? Rough, of course, since everyone relied on Odin for everything until now. She talking about how humans would enslave gears. Odin did the same thing! The irony is everything, isn't it? It will inevitably require quite some time to move some great numbers with means other than agitation or orders. But Odin had the means to enslave the gears too. It's just, especially like with the forced update, all this shit. That's why I'm just like, there is irony here. There really is. Well, we'll just do what we can. So then what about you? I thought all night about what you said, but in the end, I couldn't come to any clear answers. I just can't deny the danger you pointed out. Just thinking, so heavy. Just thinking back on the incident Odin did just cause, I can easily imagine the possibility that things could have gone very badly. But I want to believe in the possibility that it won't be like that. Exactly! I just keep thinking about Twin Star Exorcist, what's been happening in that manga. By the way, what Tsukeno has done in that manga, in terms of like underlying theme, because it's kind of what is happening here in terms of like discrimination and all that. Oh my god, it's so powerful. It's so powerful! And we kind of got that going on here, but I hope we get more of that here between gears and humans. It's just, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. If I can raise the odds of that possibility even a little, then I'll fight any situation, any opponent. I think that's what I want to live for. That's the answer I can come up with now. Yeah. I'm in your debt, though it feels odd to say that. Well, but I am indeed in your debt. That goes for us too. But what do you do now? The information you sought about Heavenland's location was blown away along with the control room, as you could see. Damn Odin was shrewd and a nuisance right to the end. It's too bad, but we can't do anything about what's gone, so we'll just continue as I've got it. The data on Heavenland's location is right here. Really? Because you told me what your goal was, Rue, so when I broke into the virtual space while I was at it, I sneaked a copy of the data! That's a big help. Could you allow me to copy that data? Huh? Yeah, sure. Can I connect here? Hey. Can I go with you? Yes! Though I'm nothing much, so I might not be any use at all, but I want to see lots more things with my own eyes. I want to see more of you two and more of the world out there I still know nothing about. So he says. Yay! It seems I overlooked one major element. Even without physically altering their base program, she can change the gears she's interacted with. I don't think she wields this influence because she's human. It's because she is who she is. I pray that power will be a light that illuminates their path. Oh, Jesus. Yeah! Race Chat's come home to Heavenland! I'm back, Dee. Oh, good work, Race. I'm back, R. Welcome home, Race. Let's get down to business. Your report on client report on client relations? Oh, yes. Was there anything interesting in the outside world? Yep, I found something real interesting. Is what awaits them in Heavenland a welcome or... Whoa, let's go. So we're at chapter 27, which is titled Hands. Now to Heavenland. Yeah, green, green, green. Oh, green as far as the eye can see. Man, this is pretty. I agree. This is a real exciting sight for someone born in Valhalla like me. Whoa. Oh, look, Roxanne. Oh, what? What? I found a mushroom that looks just like you. Are you making fun of me? And it's a poisonous mushroom. You are making fun of me. Oh, there's an edible Roxanne growing over there. You've crossed a line. Aw. Maybe this was how Zet felt. He does look like a mushroom now that I think about it. Woo! This is really cool. A big gear. It's fairly decayed. It's gotta be dead, right? Whoa! The mono eye is blinking. Maybe it's Morse code. Can you get what they're saying, Roxanne? Yeah. Please let me end. Aww. They can't force it themselves? I'm too scared to end myself. But running away like this without anyone ever knowing is even more frightening. Aww. So this is the main generator? You really want this? Yeah. Do you have a name? I have no specific designation, but my identification number is TFJ30147. TFJ30147. But it's like the green of the foliage I was just thinking was so pretty is painting over this gear's existence. Yep, it's a it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Maybe one day I'll... Yep, it'll happen. It could. Huh. Hey. Rue. Let's go. Uh-huh. Right, everyone, put your hands together. Okay, a moment of silence. It feels strange. I've seen gears die so many times before, you'd think I'd be sick of it. We have committed to our memories that you were here. Rest in peace. Thank you. I like that we see when the gears die from their point of view. I think that's really cool. I see. A 5th generation combat gear and a human girl, eh? This is fortuitous, R. This is a crisis, D. I love these designs so much. Our opinions differ. Well, then, that necessitates discussion. Well, then, it's been approximately 200 years since humans disappeared from the Earth. God, this makes me think of Hoseki no Kuni in a way. The city and gear kind continue down the path to gentle destruction. If we were to change the situation and seek to have gears evolve to the next level as entities, the cooperation of humans is absolutely essential. But she also presents a substantial threat. Interference with the base program will alter a gear fundamentally from the core. Worst case, she will not only pose risk to Heavenland, but she could drive all gears to cease functioning. We'll take strict and careful measures to avoid that. God, I love this design so much. I love this design! They're talking about difficult stuff. Transformation always entails commensurate risk. Just like life, which has, through natural selection, gone through a repetition of extinction and development. The combat gear who accompanies her could also well become a matter of concern. If forced transformation could bring about the instant collapse of peace, just like it did with humanity, which once constantly sought transformation. Therefore, they should be warmly welcomed, should be eliminated. And yes, a yin-yang motif. What is with the manga Illuminati on this? Seriously, that is manga Illuminati for real. Oh, a stalemate then? What shall we do with this? As the impartial custodians of Heavenland, our positions in authority are always equal, isn't that right? Exactly so. For that reason, even when we have a difference of opinion, neither of us can reject the other's opinion out of hand. In other words, does that mean we get... I love this! Does that mean we get to do whatever we want? My. Ah, crap! I will not permit disrespect before our superiors. Know your place, foul devil. Ooh, another nice design here. Shiraha, physical aggression here is a grave breach of regulation. I apologize, my Lord D. I was imprudent, and so for this trespass, woo! With my own blade, allow me to make this an atonement. Well then, Reese, I'm sorry this is coming so suddenly after your return, but could you go join with the elephants to swiftly eliminate the aforementioned pair? Aye, ma'am! I love this design so much! I do. You too, Shiraha. Once you've prepared that in the lab, summon the donkeys. Swiftly take the girl into custody and escort her here. Understood. Go. Ah, damn it. Regardless, this matter is quite grave with many uncertain elements. Quite so. That's precisely why calculation and discussion are not enough to bring us to a conclusion. Results always follow action. We exist in order to facilitate the best results possible. You and I are two as one, like the right and left hemispheres of the brain. Though we may approach different matters in different ways, our desires are always in accordance. All is for the future of gear kind and the future of Heaven Lamb. That is paradise for the gears by the gears. All right, we got a couple more chapters and then we'll wrap this up. All right. Mic check 1, 2. Communication straight from Heavenland to my comrades all over. Hello. Long time no chat. Are you all doing well? This is Reese-chan speaking. I've got an important message for every member of the Elephants. This is too much trouble to repeat, so I'll only say it once. Listen up, Kay. Good news for all of you who are high performance but combat specialized, and so can't be in Heavenland with nothing to do but smash up insane machines out there. For once, we've got a kill order directly from R, and the target is a human girl, and there's an ultra-rare 5th generation combat gear with her too. I'll send you the details as separate data, so be sure to check it. As you know, us kill squad types don't bother with coordination or unity or anything like that. As long as you follow the order, you're all free to do it how you like. In other words, from here on out, it's first come, first serve. All right then, on your marks, get set, go. Woo! This is Zion. Come on, it's party time. Yes, let's go. Takaki, I love you so much. And this chapter is titled A Walking Life. Transmission from the repair lab to the donkeys. Do you copy? Yeah. This is Dodge. I copy you. Ooh, hey Dodge. I just got done with the repair work on Shiraha. Well, that's good. Tell him we're all ready waiting by the number 7 gate. Roger. But hey, you tell Shiraha too to cut it out with the seppuku. Sorry, you always have to deal with that. I'll try to manage it constructively. See you. So Shiraha's on his way then. He's going to give it to you again if you guys are gaming all the time. Hey, you listening, Pete? Mia is adorable as hell. Pete, what the fuck, my dude? Pete! Huh? Pete, you didn't have to do that. Come on, what is this? Is it fun to win playing defensive and getting me in a lock? Well, what are you grinning for? You want me to make it so you can't display that smile anymore? And anyway, Dodge calling for me suddenly messed me up. I called both of you at the same time. Come on, come down already and get prepared before Shiraha comes and yells at us. Boo! Boo! This job is totally different from our usual retrieval of resources and gears. Our target for retrieval is a human girl. This is a direct order from D. I really like this design a lot. Thank God. I'm going to say this right now. Thank God that naive angels do not read this manga. I'm telling you, you will thank me for it, Takaki. You will. What's more, he says that he and Art, are divided in opinion, so the elephants are also being deployed. Whoa, that's a sign this is going to be a real hassle. Ooh, this is a cute little outfit. I want that jacket. So where's our target for retrieval now? Yeah, about that. In Valhalla. Ooh, you're here, Shiraha? Oh, you're here, Shiraha. I just acquired that information. Apparently our 2 targets have appeared in Valhalla. At the Coliseum, huh? That's a hell of a ways away. About that, it seems they've already left and begun traveling in our direction. Here? Why come themselves? That's not yet clear. Huh? So then, couldn't we just wait here for them to come to us? You idiot! What are we going to do if the elephants get them? Dodge is right. The elephants have also been informed of what I've just told you. I would prefer to avoid a mutually destructive clash as much as possible, but we must be prepared for battle just in case. Aw, I hate getting hurt. And to avoid that, we'll take the target into custody with the utmost haste. Ooh. See you, Slowpokes! Ah! I love this bike. That witch, I really don't like her. Anyway, it seems they've taken the initiative. Dodge, Mia, Pete, we're leaving immediately as well. Just whose fault do you think it is we're late leaving? The target's exact current location is yet to be ascertained. We can catch up in no time at all. Donkeys, let us be off to battle. Yeah, close the door already. Dust is getting in. According to the map data, we'll be able to get out of this forest in another day or 2. Okay, But it's still a long ways after that, though. Let's see. Even in a beeline, it's still over 1,000 kilometers to Heavenland, and depending on the geography, we might need it to detour. We can manage somehow, traveling all night and not stopping, but Rue can't do that. But, well, if we keep moving, we should get there eventually. Yeah. Cold water is so invigorating. Woo! Giving us Star Wars realness, huh? A gear! Rue, over here, hurry! It seems kind of strange. There's no reaction in my short-range communications. It seems the AI is already damaged. In other words, it's an insane machine. But it's not coming to attack, huh? Probably because it wasn't a combat gear to begin with. Maybe it was for transport or for riding. Ironic, isn't it? Miraculously, losing its intelligence and knowledge only makes it seem more like something natural. Who are you? Woo! It's a monk! Don't you worry. I have no hostile intentions. My name is Henrik Sakwaski. Despite how I may look, I have yet to degrade into an insane machine. But, in a way, I'm the same as that insane machine. A recluse with nowhere to return, who has lost what they once were. What does that skull mean? Holy shit! Okay. So now we're at the final chapter of this live reaction, which is chapter 29, titled Cheap Talk. Who is this wise man of the forest who carries human bones? Goodness, I must apologize for this run-down old hut. True, it is rather run down. Hey, Chrome-san. Hey, Chrome-san, come on. But I hope you appreciate that it still is basically a house. Now then, that is awesome. Now then, let me introduce myself properly this time. My name is Henrik. Despite what I may look like now, I was... What? I was once human? Okay, this is... Oh, I'm not going to spoil Hoseki no Kuni completely. Try not to. But this... God, if you are up to date on Hoseki no Kuni... Woo! This is really giving Hoseki no Kuni. Yes, just like this young lady right here. Huh? How can you tell? Oh, so you are after all. You're an honest girl. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw you earlier at the spring enjoying drinking water. There are some gears who make use of water as energy, but seeing your expressions and gestures, I couldn't imagine you were anything but human like those I once knew. Regardless, it must be some kind of fate that we ran into each other at a place like this. Wait a minute, is he the guy that the people in Heavenland were talking about? You know, about this evolution? Oh my god, this is Takaki, you did this first! You did this before Hoseki no Kuni! The sun will soon set. You should rest here tonight. Yeah, there's no mistaking it. This is a real and genuine human skull. Wow, I've only ever seen them in books. It's a little embarrassing to have you stare at it like that. So then this is actually, yes, it's who I once was. Yes, it was over 250 years ago. The life I'd lived as a biological researcher was slowly but surely coming to an end. Of old age? Of illness. It was an incurable disease. I gradually became paralyzed, and if things went badly, I would die within a few years of onset. Oh, I love this panel, by the way. Since the cause was neurological degeneration, even if my body were cyberized, I couldn't avoid eventual brain death. At the time, I was still in my mid-40s. There were still so many things I wanted to learn and do as a researcher, but the shackles of my body bound me to death. That was when an agent from a certain business I'd previously been involved with through work approached me. He said he wanted me to join them for the development of a new experimental technology. Since it was a private project and still unapproved, every sort of risk was inconceivable. But what decided for me was when he said, "Well, you can still sign the contract with your own hands." Ooh, this art is beautiful. The new technology they were developing was to digitize the memory and soul and to extract it from the brain into an external device. This is very interesting. God, this art is so pretty, though. Interesting. They could do that? That's what they're talking. I think this is what Heavenland is referring to. When you get down to it, all phenomena within the brain are just electrical signals. If you had no care for ethical issues of what happens to the body after extraction, then it was quite the originally possible. And that was how, from my old flesh, I was reborn into a new body of iron. Not long after that, war broke out, and in the blink of an eye, the flames spread all over the world. Now with the mechanical body, I stayed with that same company for a while, but it was quickly dissolved by another company and vanished. Along with my flesh and blood body, I had lost all social proof that I was a human, from my name to official documents. So losing myself among the gears, I wandered various lands alone. In order to stay away from the conflict and research biology as I pleased, I maintained a secluded life in remote areas of untouched wilderness as a result. Before I knew it, the world ended. This art is fabulous, Takaki. You abridged a few hundred years all at once. The ultimate outdoor type recluse, huh? You're like a saint, is right. Abandoning the world in my immortal body, hiding alone in the forest. Indeed, you could call me something like a senin. Well, I'm far from enlightenment, though. So basically, you switch from a worn-out container to a sturdy and long-lasting one, huh? But I don't really get it. You want to avoid death that bad? You go that far? Oh, you make some rather interesting points despite your appearance. I'll smash the score right now! Yes, it's true that at the time I had a passionate and deep desire to live, but now I don't really know anymore. Could I even say that I'm alive right now? See, that's what I like when people discuss immortality. Is that after you live for so long and you see so many people die, like people that you care about die, you wonder, are you even alive anymore? According to some ancient philosophers, death is a separation of the soul from the flesh. So then, having had my memories and soul separated from my flesh, wouldn't that mean that I have died? Woo! That's a good point. But that same philosopher also said the soul itself is immortal. But that's ultimately supporting the existence of an afterlife. As my soul still exists in this world, maybe I'm the same as a sort of ghost. Furthermore, speaking in terms of biology, which has been my field of specialty, the definition of life itself is vague. Even if the activity of life, in other words, to carry out regeneration and reproduction is life, you can even call gears alive, never mind myself, but should spirituality and the soul be ignored so? What do you all think? Oh my god. Sorry, I can't keep up with the information processing. My head is melting. Seems I got a bit carried away there. Could we continue just a little longer on that theme? Oh. I see. And so you're traveling in order to revive a gear dear to you from this core. Of course, that goal still hasn't changed, but, my lecture has made you worry, hasn't it? If Zet is really alive or dead, whether he will be revived or reborn. That's a fantastic point, because we have seen this before. We've seen this a lot lately, that and it's been a question in several series. If the body, if someone is revived, will they be the same person or not? In the case of Eden Zero, where there's been a couple of androids that died, the answer was no. They would not be the same person or the same android. Nah, they could come back to life, but their memories would be wiped away. So they decided to keep two of them that have now died dead, because they would rather remember them for who they were than have them be alive and not having them remember who they were. And then in the case of, what was the other one? In the case of Gleatmare, one that was brought back to life ended up not remembering who she was, not having an identity, and she ended up becoming a void. So it's very interesting, isn't it? What do you think? What do you two think as fellow Gears? Huh? You're asking us? Like I said before, it's too difficult for me, and I don't really get it. Basically, it's whether a switch is on or off. Isn't that all the difference it is? Or on or off, alive or dead. That's a simple idea, not a bad one. I just don't get the impression that Zed is dead. We had an acquaintance confirm before that there's no problems at all with the data in his core. In other words, Zed is in here perfectly intact. If the software is the same, then even with different hardware, it should operate the same. Software and hardware as spirit and body, you mean? Nah, that's substantively a sort of gear-style dualistic way of thinking. I'm actually quite impressed. Frankly, I wasn't expecting such proper answers from you. So then why'd you ask? I never thought the day would come when I'd speak with Gears about views on life and death. Oh, a long life was something well worthwhile. Wait, defining your current state simply as a long life. Hey, let's stop talking about this brain-breaking stuff. The sort of thing is, well, it's like a college kid drinking at home who thinks they understand the principles of the world just from having skimmed Nietzsche and Descartes. Yeah, I seriously have no idea what you're talking about. And so, what do you think? In the end, I was the one person who couldn't say anything. Even though life and death are probably closest to me being flesh and blood, the three of them spending their sleepless night outside in consideration of Rue, who's sleeping. That reminds me, a long time ago, I think I read in some book, sleep is a little death. That is true. I've heard that before too. Did you have a good sleep? Yes, thank you. That's good. If you head straight west from here, you should be able to make it out of the forest before sunset. I'm sure your journey is still yet long, but be well. We will. You take care as well, Hendrickson. And yes, this is for you. A parting gift from me. Is this a gun? In case you need to defend yourself. It's an antique, but it should work just fine. Of course, I pray that there will be no opportunities for you to use it, but you can never be too safe. Since ancient times, humans have compensated for their weaknesses with tools. This is a powerful tool that sometimes can save lives and other times can rob them. Take care not to misuse it. I love this! Thank you. Do you understand? I do. What a dangerous farewell present, though. It's small but heavier than it looks. Don't worry, Rue. I'll do my best to ensure you have no opportunity to use it. Thank you, but I'll try practicing a little later. I'd like to know how to use it properly, at least. It's the responsibility of power. Takaki, I really love what you're doing here. This manga is so powerful. It really is, because it's making you have a conversation about life and death. And again, we've been seeing this in other series, but I'm really glad that I did this. I know it's long, it's almost an hour, but I'm really glad I did this. I am, because I feel like it's important and especially since, that it's making its comeback tomorrow, I figured, why not? Why not do it? But I really like the discussion, the ongoing theme, the underlying theme that we're getting here about life and death, between having Valhalla, which is, heaven for the heroes, or warriors go when they die, a heroic death, to what we had in this conversation with Hendrik about what it means to live and to die, especially in regards to their mission in general to bring back Zet. And the thing that is very interesting, though, and I mentioned it with in the case of Eden Zero. Yes, the power could still be there, the software could still be intact, because that was the case with both the droids. I'm spoiling Eden Zero. Deal with it. Both with Valkyrie and Witch. Yes, the software. Well, Witch I think is gone. Period. Valkyrie could have been brought back. Valkyrie, in the case of Valkyrie, they could have brought her back. But they didn't. They didn't do it because, yes, her software, yes, they have the software that they could fix her and all that, but her memories of them would be gone. And they thought it would be too cruel to do that. So that's why they didn't do it. So yes, Zek could be working, sure. Everything is fine. But would his memory still be there is the question. So it's a very interesting discussion to have, isn't it? I really do like that. I love what we're getting here. And as I said, it is in some ways, it is very similar to Eden Zero in terms of the underlying theme with life, with coexistence with gears and humans, machines and humans. I really do like that. Yeah, we got the post-apocalyptic stuff going on too. But I really do like this a lot. I really do like this series. I'm really glad to see that's coming back. But I think this conversation in this chapter, in chapter 29, I think is so important. It really is. And yeah, the other thing is it's very, based on what we've heard, it's very similar to what's happening in, especially with what we found out with Hoseki no Kuni. It's very interesting, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigan Sync. Love what we're doing. You want to help keep this channel alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more Heart Gear content? Few ways you can do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, and purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.